your colleague from Southeast Missouri, who I have great respect for, wanted me to answer a yes or no question. If I were governor and the bill for unlimited campaign contributions landed on my desk, would I sign it? Here's what I've learned during this last 70+ days. The current system that we have is broken. Unlimited contributions is an improvement over the current system. How do I say that? Well, this is the third time I've been a challenger for office. There are inherent advantages to an incumbent office holder. We have to make sure that the field is level for a challenger seeking office, as well as those that are already serving in office. And so if the bill on unlimited contributions were to land on my desk, it is an improvement over the current system. I think, however, there is a better alternative even yet, and that's what we outlined today. Putting a $2,500 donation limit per election. Again, I'm talking about statewide candidates. We can talk about lesser offices or state senate, state rep. They would not be subject to the 2,500 limit. I mean, we would have a tiered system similar to this, but when I was focusing on our reforms, I wanted to focus on as a candidate for statewide elective office. So a 2,500 limit index.
Your explanation about how you would, from Media Day, about how you said you would sign the bill eliminating the limits, and then now how you would support limits. Talked to Sarah Seelman right before I came here. She said it's Washington talk. You're trying to have it both ways. You're trying to say I support the repeal of the limits and I support the limits. How do you respond to that accusation? You're doing a double talk here.
It's the question, and David, you were there that day. You introduced me that day, and Rudy was quite persistent in getting a yes or no if the bill landed on my desk. And again, I tried to resist the hypothetical just for this very reason, because it was a hypothetical. If Charlie Shields' bill landed on my desk as governor, would I sign it? And of course, as you remember, he again, I like Rudy, and he was very persistent. And I said yes, because it is a better approach than the current system. But having just experienced this first fundraising quarter, and to see we can do even better than having unlimited. Again, unlimited. I would not have been elected to Congress back in 1996 if I weren't able to raise more money than the incumbent congressman did. And granted, that was with limits, but it was on the federal side. The idea is, what can we do to level the field for a challenger and an office holder? One way to do that is unlimited contributions. But I think there is a better way that still levels the field for a challenger and an office holder and provides accountability, especially watching how these pass-through committees are just, in many instances, a sham. That an individual can write large checks way beyond the individual contribution, and yet those are passed right through to a candidate. So my preference would be, again, I go back, Rudy said yes or no, and I said yes. My preference would be these principles that I've outlined here today. And if other candidates, look, other candidates are going to say what other candidates want to say. What I want to know is, where are they on this package?
What about
will they, for instance, embrace the idea of getting political elected leaders off MHDC? Will they support a gift ban by lobbyists to their own administrative officials or to lawmakers? What do they have to say about the substance of these other ideas? Instead of just trying to say, well, you said this on one day to a yes or no question, and here you're saying something else. What do you have to say about open, honest, accountable government?